Hello and welcome to my review of New Japan Pro Wrestling Sakura Genesis 2021 show. As for this review, it's going to be a bit of a, I wouldn't say compacted review, but just kind of more of the high notes and a lot of just my thoughts on really the big time events, because really I'm not going to talk about the undercard. There's really no point. Pretty much, my same thoughts from before the show. As for the preview video, was basically the same thing, as I don't think it's really a main, want to focus more on the main topping points of the Sakura Genesis show, which, is going to be, starting out, the United Empire LIJ six-man tag, which, X was indeed Toa Hanare, which is, he's going by his shoot first name now, of Anthony, which is interesting, as, now I do love the fit. The fit is fantastic. Very Masahiro Chono vibes. As someone who's been waiting and wanting for them to take Hanare to, really push him to the next step and getting away from, like, a young lion-esque dude who's just there to take pins. This is awesome. An awesome upgrade. Really fun stuff. And I'm enjoying the basic setup of what the United Empire is all about. You have the junior heavyweight heel, which, if it wasn't Ospreay, that'd be a lot more enjoyable, but it is Ospreay, and then he's surrounded by these heavyweight muscle guys and heaters for him to just kind of be the chicken shit heel, while, guys like Cobb and Great O'Khan and now Anthony Hanare are going to do the heavy lifting for Ospreay, as, enjoyed the match. It was really wild to see Hanare doing, like, big stuff on to guys like Sonata and, Shingo and even Naito. Like, it's just kind of wild, because for, years, kind of been seen as the guy who takes all that shit. Now he's doing some cool stuff. So it's going to be interesting to see, if he's got what he's got up his sleeve for this 2021. There's going to be a lot of opportunities for him to really be focused on and really try to bring his A game and bring it to the level of the other guys. It's going to be tough, though, because I still think he's just going to be doing, kind of taking the pins and fucking being the worst of the four. Which sucks, but I think that's just kind of where he's at, because there's no way he's going to be better than Jeff Cobb. But, like, Jeff Cobb is the fucking man, and as you saw at the end of the Heavyweight title match, he's got big things in line. And Great O'Khan, sure, the gimmick is very goofy, and it's very over the top, but I think the guy can go, and I think he brings a very unique style, whereas kind of Hanare, he's got the new look, he's looking great, but it's just, what's he going to do kind of post this, what's he gonna do for United Empire, as far as what their plans are going forward. Are they, looks like they're gonna do a lot more LIJ United Empire stuff, plus probably United Empire Chaos stuff. So you got that going for it. I mean, he's gonna be in the ring with a lot of talented guys, and he's gonna be doing a lot of shit. I mean, I don't think he'll have a spot in the G1. That'd be a bit of a reach. I think that'd be a little too quickly. But you never know, though. I mean, you do have guys coming in and out of New Japan now. I think you're going to have a lot more. The borders are going to be a lot more lenient, I think, once, the vaccines are getting pushed out. If you have that vaccination card, I'm sure they'll let you travel internationally. I know in the U.S., they're going to let people travel. You just got to have that vaccination card. But, if they let people travel internationally, we're going to have quite the little G1. That's just kind of looking ahead, going into the future, but quickly, the co-main event, Roppongi 3K, Despy, and Kanemaru. Yo's return, he's got a new haircut, got some new gear. Honestly, during their entrances, I thought, I was like, well, maybe, what if kind of Ghetto just has him turn heel right now? But that was not the case. Happy that they beat Despy and Kanemaru and got the belts off Despy and Kanemaru. Really just Kanemaru, because Despy's destined for better things. Kanemaru, he was injured, and now, it looks like, obviously he's back to being healthy. So at least maybe he'll do something the best of Super Juniors, just a guy to take the fall. But I'm hoping Despy, some big shit's going for him. So that's just awesome to see them get the belts off of them. Yeah, I mean, Sho and Yo, it's kind of weird. Because at the same time, I feel like they're both destined for better things. So maybe they should split, but there's really no tag teams in the junior division. And if there's someone or if they're a team that goes on to the next level and is in the heavyweight scene, they can at least do some more exciting stuff than, like, GOD and stuff. So it's kind of, I'm torn, because Sho's the man. Like, Sho could do great shit singles-wise. Yo, not so much. I feel like he'll be overshadowed. It feels like right now it'll be the Genetti of the two, but I just feel like he's destined for something better. I still think he can do something, you know, like as a singles run. I still think he could have like a great Best Super Juniors if given that opportunity. But we'll see, though. I mean, it's still early. They could, he could maybe elevate him, but I just feel like they're on the path to elevate other guys. You know, Despy and Show, and kind of that's who they're focusing on, which they should. Those two guys are great. As now, the biggest talking point, the main event, Kota Ibushi, Will Ospreay. The match was expected. It was very good, but there is a spot I want to talk about. It's a spot where these two have done 6 times before this. Ibushi goes for the Poison Rana off the ropes, or off the turnbuckle, rather, not off the ropes, off the turnbuckle. Ospreay lands on his feet. Ibushi turns around and he's shocked that he's, Ospreay landed on his feet and he's still standing. First time they did that, it was 11 out of 10. You know, the camera angle's perfect, the emotions, the crowd lost their fucking shit. It was awesome. After, like, the 6th time now, it just makes Ibushi look like a dummy. You can do so much more with that spot now that you've done it so many times. You can, Ibushi doesn't even, take that hesitant time to look back. He just knows he's already up and do a little head kick or do a Pele kick. If Ibushi's even that fucking athletic enough to do a Poison Rana did into a fucking Pele kick, that'd be just insane. I don't think even Kota Ibushi, the athletic son of a bitch that he is, I don't think he could even do that spot. But just kind of, you could have it to where he's not looking like a dummy, and he actually, like, he knows, he's anticipating what Ospreay's going to do. It just kind of would be a lot better of a spot now than they've done it so many times. But, the biggest, thing, of course, the agony of many fans. Gedo has, in fact, given the belt to Will Ospreay, as Will is now the first ever British-born IWGP champion, and is the new IWGP Heavyweight Champion, beating Kota Ibushi. As now, you all know my opinions on Will. As, would he be my champion of a wrestling promotion? Absolutely not. He probably wouldn't even be employed. But, New Japan, they don't care about that personal stuff, what's happened, outside the ring. They've employed a lot worse people. You're probably going to employ even more worse people in the future. But, they just don't care about that type of stuff. It's going to be interesting. I've seen a lot of people are going to try to speak with their dollar and, unsubscribe from New Japan World, not go to the shows. I don't think it's going to matter to them, because I think they're still going to do great business in 2021. I mean, they're doing multiple Tokyo Dome shows now for the first time in a long time. First time, I want to say, since 2005. I want to say it was October 8th, 2005. The reason I remember that is because for my Not So Great Times New Japan video, that was kind of the big talking point. It was the triple threat match with Kazuchika Vegeta trying to defend the championship against Masahiro Chono and Brock Lesnar, which of course Brock won. But that was just kind of wild. That was the last time. It's a long ass time ago, almost 16 years. But they're gonna do great business, I think, even with him as the champion. I'm excited for at least Kota Ibushi and Jeff Cobb post that. Plus, too, you have, because, post-match, if you didn't see, Jeff Cobb laid him out with the Tour of the Islands. It was just really looking like a fucking savage. It was awesome. But, what the plans are for Will Ospreay and for New Japan going forward. Fingers crossed he drops the belt very, very quickly, but I don't think it's going to happen. If he does drop it, that would be nice at the Wrestle Grand Slam, the Tokyo Dome show that's happening in May. I don't see it happening. I have a feeling he's going to hold the belt to at least post G1. He might even hold it into Wrestle Kingdom. That's just kind of where I'm feeling on that. I feel like Gedo, he's hot-shotted the champion. He's hot-shotted United Empire. Which, fair fucks to him. If Ospreay's not a piece of shit, this is such a great, easy way to building somebody up. They had, Ospreay and Okada, they had that great match at the Wrestle Kingdom show. I think it was the January 4th show. This is going to be, for them, I think they're going to do Ospreay and Okada again at the Dome at Wrestle Grand Slam. Which I'm assuming Ospreay's going to win because he's going to avenge that loss to Okada. Which that's going to suck. Though if Okada does beat him, hooray. All is well Okada's got again. He beats the disgusting one, but I don't think he's going to beat him. Then he's going to probably take on Shingo at Dominion. Which, again, fingers crossed, if Shingo beats him, that would be sick. That'd be awesome. And then having Shingo the champion going into the G1, I think that would be incredible. Because you'd have... His match is already awesome, and you have the heightened, sense of urgency with him being the champion. Whoever beats him is, going to get a #1 contendership spot. That's huge. That would definitely make the G1 a lot better. Because here's the thing. I don't want to be that guy, but last year's G1 kind of stunk compared to years past, and just kind of, I think it was just the whole vibe with COVID too. There were some good matches, but I don't think, like, the finals match with Ibushi and Sanada wasn't even, like, a top, I wouldn't even say a top 10, like, G1 finals match. Like, it was just not at the level of, certainly years past, but just, like, all time in the scope of G1s. That finals is very forgettable. Except for the kickout. That kickout at like 2.99. That shit was awesome. But other than that, not really memorable compared to other matches that happened in the finals. But, maybe with the regular schedule, crowds will be back. Post-COVID, maybe they can get back in the swing of things. Plus, with Shingo as champion, I think it would give people a lot more incentive to watch it. But I just feel like the stock for New Japan is still going down, with this decision. Felt like they were going back on the right track, and then you have Ospreay get the win here. Really took the sails out of it for me. But, it is what it is. That's New Japan for you. We're living in a time, though, where there's a lot of alternatives. So if you're not a fan of Will Ospreay, you're not a fan, you don't want to support New Japan anymore, let Pro Wrestling know has been on fire. Until Keiji Muto won the belt. And then really, Keiji Muto's reign has been absolutely god-awful for Pro Wrestling. No, I really felt like they got all that momentum they have built with Go Shizaki's reign last year really fucking killed a lot of the stuff that they've built with Keiji Muto's reign. Like, he should have lost to at least... If he wasn't going to lose to Kaito Kiyomiya, he should have definitely lost to Masa Kiyomiya. Masa is unreal. Like, the headbutt spot against Takashi Sujora was I love how this is a New Japan Sakura Genesis review, and I'm already talking about Pro Wrestling Noah, but it's just what they're going on right now. They're having a shitty champion, but that's for different reasons. Obviously, much respect to Keiji Muto. It's just he's 58 years old. His knees are shot. He can stumble around and kind of have some spots that make you just go, that's not a good idea. But All Japan also, too. All Japan's Champion Carnival last year was not very great at all. Really, the last half of 2020 for All Japan kind of stunk. Really nothing really to talk about. But Jake Lee has got his new stable. I feel like he's going to win the Champion Carnival, so at least he got that going for him. He's probably going to be another guy that All Japan should really push behind. This is really his year. It's Jake Lee or bust for that Champion Carnival. But, so I just kind of feel like as a whole, the top 3 Japanese pro wrestling companies going into April now, or April 5th is the time of this is being recorded, it's, it's not looking good for the first time. Usually there's some company, Dragon Gate, Kaito Ishida has really come along hugely, but, it's not going to do the level of business that I think the other 3 are going to do. Dragon Gate being very niche, hasn't really been able to bust into a major market yet. I'm still waiting for the day. I don't think it's ever going to happen now. But it would be awesome. Would be sick. But, for Sakura Genesis, to end this on a happier note for New Japan, I am excited for one match. Well, 2 matches. You got the Jeff Cobb, Kota Ibushi match. I think that's going to be really awesome. But a match that came out of fucking left field, and I can't wait to see it, as Jon Moxley cut a little promo, and he called out Yuji fucking Nagata. Unreal. Like, I did not go into that video going like, alright, he's gonna call out, Yuji Nagata. That was not on my fucking bingo card for 2021 of Japanese Pro Wrestling. It was a Jon Moxley, Yuji Nagata match for the US title. But that is going to be awesome. Just a match I feel like is going to flow really well. I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be surprised at how well that match is going to flow. Because, Moxley's really New Japan run can really work well. His style, maybe he'll go back to kind of more of his AEW style. Now he's kind of been away from New Japan for a while, and is, away from the shooter boots and the fucking all that. But if he goes back to that kind of fit and the style, that's going to be a pretty fun, hard-hitting affair. But I guess it's just kind of seeing what's what type of John Mox is going to be at New Japan now. Is he going to kind of be more AEW-wise, or is he going to go back to where he was before AEW with the shooter boots and whatnot, and kind of working that kind of physical style? It's really going to go either way, but I think it's going to be an awesome match. It's a match I'm looking forward to seeing, which I can't say that a lot about New Japan nowadays, so that at least you have that. But yeah, I think that will do it for my talking points for my review of New Japan's Sakura Genesis show. Definitely a step down compared to years past. I mean, the 2017 Sakura Genesis show has a fondness in my heart. But here's the thing, though. It's not like there was bad matches or anything. It's just not to the... Not only not to the level, but also just the kind of bad taste of a champion being booked. And I'm sure there's going to be people saying, if you don't like it, don't watch it. There's other stuff I like, so at least I'm going to be there for that. But obviously, I can't... I can't support that fucking heavyweight champion now. Fuck out of here with that. That is not going to happen. But, yeah, at least if you watch the show, hopefully you found some type of enjoyment from it. As, I'm really not sure. I think Wrestling Dutaku is going to be the next show, I believe. So that'll probably be the next preview. As, we'll catch you guys then. Take care, everyone.